Hey folks, I'm HP's Dr. Pink and today's topic is easy creative rock guitar. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button that you don't miss any upload or live stream which takes place. And this is how it's probably gonna sound, just some ideas for you. Yeah, stuff like that. It sounds way wilder than it is. But it's recommended. Well, you need to know 2 pentatonic positions. I'm first going to show them to you. And then we get deeper into the topic and you will see it's not so hard as you think. It's just a way of expressing how rock guitar, well, at least in this direction, should sound like. So let's get started. Okay, let's first check the 2 scales which are used. Well, let's say 3. The track, of course, is in E because rock guitars are often in E, just because of this, the E5 chord. So you often play in pentatonic position 4, which is here in the 7th fret. This will be this one here. 7, 8, 7, 7, 10, 7, 9, 7, 9, 8, 10, 7, 10. You play this position, and of course this position, the normal one, pentatonic number 1, 12, 50, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, and so on, 12, 50. And you also switch in the upper part here, 15, 17, and 15. So you at least should be able to play the pentatonic like this one here. I'm gonna write them down for you in the steps. So these are the pentatonic positions, but you don't really need to know them totally, I mean, for the minimum requirements. So let's get into what is really cool. Is of course, in rock guitar, you need a certain distortion level. Now just to show stuff, I switched on a softer one. Now I go to a higher one. There's a lot of distortion here. See, there's a lot of noise in the sound. And that should be like this. And see, if you want to, there's a lot of noise, but this noise has to be needed. You need to learn to work with the noise you're creating because it says make some noise, then make some noise. So if you want a good point to start, well, one of the most points is this one. Is this bending in the 10th? And often you start, what I do is just make a like, I just make a hit in the open strings, and if you hear it like this, you think, oh wow, this is not, this is really cool. But if you have it in the sound, if you don't do it, it sounds too nice. And of course, the type of bending, and a really common thing to trick is if you make a bend and repeat it 2 or 3 times, better will be 3 because you know the power of 3. If you repeat something 3 times, it stays in the ear of your listener. So you make. So this will be a lick which really works. So you make first bending, release, pull, again back up, and then the last time you go up and then make the vibrato. And of course you need to get the pitch. That's the main problem with rock guitar. If you don't hit the pitch, then you're busted, I must say. And do you hear the noise? If you hear it like this, it sounds terrible. But let's switch off on the backing track. And that's the main thing. What I did now, I just started with this bending, then jumped in the higher position, in the bending here on the 15th. Same method again, played 2 or 3 times. First time without vibrato, second time with. You can go then on the E string. And then in the high one in the 17th. Oh, that I'll show afterwards. Yeah, so then you just move up with the bendings, and that's it, and it already sounds really cool. What also works as a cool bending trick is this one. You go up, and then we release it slowly and attack it a few times. It's also a really cool effect, and it's easy to, well, not totally easy, but pretty easy to play and has a great effect. See, I didn't play more than what I showed, just the bendings, moving up, and with these different bendings and vibrators. That's the main trick. And I said the power of 3. If you play a bending 3 times, it has the maximum expression. It's a known fact, as I already said. If you repeat things 3 times, or 6 times, or 9 times, then it has a way stronger effect than other numbers. I don't know why, but it's how it is. It seems like a natural law. So that's really cool technique to start with. Now we need something more to get wild. And these are of course pinch harmonics. If you don't need to play much, but if you play really cool pinch harmonics, then you're cool to go. How you do pinch harmonics? It takes a moment till you can do them automatically, but the basic technique is you play the string with the front part of the pick, you turn around a little bit like this, damp the string at the same time as you play it, and attack hard, and it depends on the position where you are. See, it depends on the position where you are. Then the pinch harmonic comes. And if you add pinch harmonics after such an opening, it's really cool. It has really cool effect. You just play bendings and then resolve it with a pinch harmonic. It really works best in this position, but actually you should be able to play pinch harmonics anywhere. But some positions work easier than other ones, and this is one of the positions where they come easier than like in other positions. So now we have this going on. Now we need like this rundown also with palm muting. Here we have pull off from 9 to 7. You could start with the pinch harmonic. We can stay in position here. If you want to do it's just playing down the blues scale. But what I always do, I go down here in the fifth. Because this way I can really attack the last note. That if you come below the D string, then you have to end up with a pinch harmonic, otherwise it doesn't sound cool. Yeah, so we have something going up, something going down. See? Oh, stuff already sounds pretty cool. And as I said, I mean, of course, it's not so easy as it looks like, but it's way more easy than you might think. Let's put it that way. Now we need something to get really wild. There are two methods, either repeating patterns, or even better, repeating patterns. And if you want to go, how you say, make the nuclear blast, then you add the wah-wah as an effect. You can. I always work with the manual wah-wahs, like I really put it with a foot. I'm going to show you. Well, let's first check a repeating pattern. This will be this one. Oops. This one here. Bending here in the 14th, 12, 15, pull off. And now if you play it slow, it's not a brain, it's downstroke, upstroke. Downstroke, upstroke, downstroke. But the easy way will be you start with the upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, and you go back and start with the upstroke again. So this was just flowing on. And then you just speed up till you match the speed of the track. And now we need to get out of this thing. Oops, I think I switched on the delay. Yeah. You start slow and then you speed up till you think you match the speed. And then you keep it for a while. I just made it short before. And then you need to resolve it. So you hear either you go up or down. Or you resolve it down, or you can play twice, resolve up or down. If you resolve up, that's what I love to do. Then I make release, pull off without a tag. I just go down. Or even down here and back. Just out of a rhythm like this. That's also a cool effect. So you resolve up, down, or up and then down. All works, and you can do it 3 times with different resolutions. Pretty cool. Yeah, and with these 3 simple tricks, well, not so simple, but as I said, related to what else you could do, which is way more demanding on the technical side, this is the most simple thing you can do, and you're going to sound great. And in most cases, this is way enough to sound like a pro, you know? And that's why this thing is called easy pro rock licks. because yeah, related to other things, these are the really easy ones, and they're really enough. And if you want to go put in the blast, especially on repeating, I'm going to show you which effects you can create. I hope I can reach my wah-wah. Yeah, you can play the whole thing with wah-wah, but probably not all of you have a wah-wah. If you don't have one, I really strongly recommend that you get one, because if you play the same thing, which let me quickly get the pedal a little bit more near, because it was a little bit difficult to play before. I'm gonna play the same thing now with wah, and you see you have a double strong impact than without wah. I mean, it's a personal taste, but if you analyze a lot of cool guitar pro guitar players, they work with wah to get their expression. So let's do the same thing with wah. Seriously, I played the same thing as before, but it sounded way more wild just while using the wah-wah. And as I already said at the beginning, don't be afraid of the noise, make some noise. I mean, with the wah-wah, it's even more noisy. But I just remember, it's honestly, it's better you don't hit the strings really in the clean and make a lot of noise and have an intense expression than just to play too much holding back because you're afraid of noise. As I said, this genre, the thing is make some noise. Yeah, I can reveal the secret now. When I was a teenager, I was the guy with the leather jacket and the badges and all that stuff, and long hair didn't fit me, but I wanted to have. Yeah, so that probably also helps you get the vibe how this lead guitar has to be, you know. It's something, it has to come like the guy which sings jumps on the stage and makes the big jump, you know, like what is the guy's name again from Van Halen? He made that jump. David Lee Roth, he made these huge jumps when he came on stage. It's like, here, I am here and I'm gonna kick some ass with my guitar. That's the way you have to play this stuff. And that's it. It's more about that than to play really complicated runs. As I said, it just has to be authentic to the genre, and that once that you say, hey guy, I'm here now, and I'm, you know, that's the main thing. And with these 3 licks, well, more or less licks, just tricks, which I showed you, you're pretty much way to go. One more to say, if you want to download the tabs and the backing track, they're available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Join there. It's the only news feed I am feeding now. There's also a free membership available. If you want to discuss with others, we're building a community there of guitar lovers. If you want to make the premium membership upgrade, of course, then you support my work here, for everybody, which I'm doing for everybody in these difficult times for everybody. And that's a way to keep it up. But if you cannot afford it, of course, you can do the free basic membership and discuss there and get more insight, more interaction with me or others. The link is in the description box below. Yeah, the other social media I don't do anymore. Good. So that's about all I wanted to say. Yeah, and please write me a review if you want. If you go on the link on the description box below, scroll down the page, you see the reviews, and I really would appreciate if you would write me a review there too, if you love what I'm doing. So, good, me and Dr. Pink are signing off and I'm playing a little bit more for you to say goodbye.